Hey guys, welcome to the video. We're back again here in this video. Today it's Saturday the 24th of April. There's a swig of water. So what a crazy, tremendous week this week over football and something like that as well, because you've seen from Sunday last week, probably just happened a lot since Sunday the 18th of April. Some Gary Neville verdict on the European Super League. Wow. Confident. Sounds like a crack in there. That. Weird.
Was reacting to this news as it seeped through while he was commentating on the game at Old Trafford this afternoon. Gary, what would you say now you've had a little time to consider
Gary Neville.
What this European Breakaway League is all about and the reaction to it so far?
Well, the reaction to it is that it's been damned, and rightly so. I mean, I'm a Manchester United fan, have been for 40 years of my life, but I'm disgusted, absolutely disgusted.
Me too.
I'm disgusted with Manchester United and Liverpool most. I mean, Liverpool, they pretend you'll never walk alone, the people's club, the fans club. Manchester United, 100 years, born out of workers around here, and they're breaking away into a league without competition that they can't be relegated from. It's an absolute disgrace, and honestly, we have to wrestle back the power in this country from the clubs at the top of this league, and that includes my club. And I've been calling for 12 months as part of another group for an independent regulator to bring checks and balances in place to stop this happening. It's pure greed. They're imposters. They're imposters. They're nothing to do. The owners of this club, the owners of Liverpool, the owners of Chelsea, the owners of Manchester City, they're nothing to do with football in this country. There are 100 and odd years of history in this country from fans that have lived and loved these clubs, and they need protecting. The fans need protecting. I benefit from football hugely. I've made money out of football. I invest money into a football club. Now, I'm not against money in football, but the principles and ethos of fair competition and the rights to play the game so that Leicester win the league, they go into the Champions League. Manchester United aren't even in the Champions League. Arsenal aren't even in the Champions League. Watched them earlier on today. They're absolute shambles of a football club at the moment. Tottenham aren't in the Champions League, and they want a God-given right to be in there. They're an absolute joke, and honestly, the time has come now. Independent regulators, stop these clubs having the power base. Enough is enough.
Absolutely.
There does seem to be the suggestion that they would need permission from the Premier League to take part, and without it, it would have to be a breakaway, not just from UEFA competition, but from our domestic competition as well, Gary. So with that in mind, let's be clear about this. What is the motivation?
Well, you know what the motivation is? It's greed. Dave, my reaction earlier on wasn't an emotional reaction. Deduct them all points tomorrow, put them at the bottom of the league, and take the money off them. Seriously, you've got to stamp on this. It's criminal. It's a criminal act against football fans in this country. Make no mistake about it. This is the biggest sport in the world.
Wow, absolutely, absolutely.
And it's a criminal act against the fans. Simple as that. Deduct points, deduct their money, and punish them.
Do you think these clubs would have the courage, knowing how much widespread condemnation there is, to go through with it, Gary?
Dave, the bottle merchants. You never hear from the owners of these clubs. Absolute bottle merchants. They've got no voice. And then they'll probably hide in a few weeks and say it was nothing to do with them. They were only talking about it. Seriously, in the midst of a pandemic, an economic crisis, football clubs at National League level going bust.
Yeah.
The last 100 who this leagues in it shouldn't be Super League here, where you've left your 14 clubs in the Premier League behind to play against each other. Your Championship club's dead. Your EFL 1 and 2 club's dead. Your National League, your pyramid system that you've fought for 150 years has gone because of 6 clubs. Absolutely embarrassing. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Let them break away, but honestly, punish them straight away.
Yeah.
Just punish them.
Absolutely.
If they announce a letter of intent has been signed as 6 clubs, they should be punished heavily. Massive fines, points deductions, take the titles off them. Who cares? Give the title.
Let's see Phil Dunn is all about. Breaking, cancel.
Right, we've
today and we found out about the news about a European Super League where they're deciding they're going to get 11 clubs together around Europe and basically throw away all the leagues at all the separate nations across Europe. Thoughts on that, Dan?
Well, who are the 11 teams there?
The 11 teams include Inter, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the Big Six, the original Big Six of
The
England.
Big Six?
They've all agreed to it. The likes of
Big
PSG
Six.
and Bayern have said no, which is part of the reason this thing hasn't gone ahead. If it wasn't for them two, this whole thing would have gone ahead without the fans' opinion, without anyone stopping it.
So these 11 teams would leave their national leagues and all they would do is play each other for the money.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a season, full of fans, loads of money involved. And yeah, it would completely throw away the leagues of all the nations. What do you think about that?
Well, all I can say, Theo, it's not April the 1st, is it? Because the first thing I checked is the date. I thought it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Yeah.
I'm dressed in black, which I think is appropriate. Because these are some of the most appalling, shocking, ridiculous suggestions I've ever seen in my life, Theo.
You're dressed in black, and I can understand that because this could kill football. I'm dressed in white, representing Bolton, because football clubs like Bolton would be killed by creating this league. Any club in the Championship, League 1, League 2, looking to get promoted, the likes of Bournemouth who have made a run from League 2 to the Premier League, the likes of Leicester City who won the Premier League, Bolton who's gone away to Atletico Madrid and won it, we'd never have moments like that with their club ever again if they created the European Super League. This is a way of getting 11 of the biggest football clubs in the world and basically remaining them the biggest 11. Listen, football is all about change. They're just trying to stop
Football is
this
about
shocking
change.
decision from the owners.
Theo, what it's doing is taking all the traditions of football and it's throwing them in the garbage bin.
Yeah.
And do you know why they're doing it? It's very, very simple. Greed. Pure and simple. The people
Yeah.
involved with this is the likes of the Glazers, is the likes of the Henrys, it is JP Morgan. It's
Yeah, I know.
This would be a multi-billion-dollar thing.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. It's pure greed. It is appalling, Theo.
And don't get me wrong, it would probably generate a lot of money and it would create some very big football games. But it's at the expense of all the small football clubs in all the big European countries. There's a reason the likes of Bayern Munich denied this, because they probably got together with all the German clubs in their league and realised it's just a stupid decision and it's at the expense of the smaller football clubs. The likes of Bolton would never see a big moment in their career again if this was the case.
Absolutely, Theo. And the timing here is terrible. We've
Yeah.
been in a lockdown for a year and a half. The biggest global pandemic in 100 years. Fans like us, we can't go to games. We can't do the thing we love. We can't light a bit of pyro, have a pie, have a pint. We can't do that at the moment.
Yeah.
And what have these clubs done? They've come and suggested something without even thinking of the fans.
It's a disgrace. And
Can't think about the fans, just so he feels like
all these
actual
people at
ones.
home that support all these other teams that aren't involved in the top 11 that they put together are all being the ones that pay the expense. It's shocking.
Honestly, if this happens, then the magic of the game has gone. Football for me, it's all about the pyramid. At the top, you've got Man City and Liverpool. At the bottom, you've got the Sunday League. You know what? And the involvement, the money drips down, and there's the dream of someone like Jamie Vardy. I'm playing for Fleetwood in the non-league, but I could play for Leicester. I could win the Premier League. All that tradition, all that magic, Leicester winning the title 6 years ago, that will never happen again. Because what this is the American model. If you look at baseball and American football, you've got a dozen clubs, or whatever the number is, multi-billion-dollar enterprises, sharing the money. No relegation, no magic. It's a disgrace.
That is like Formula One. It's like football's turning into Formula One. 10 teams, 20 players, and those 10 teams never change. It's like we're changing to a different sport. Football has become one of the biggest sports in the world from this scheme that we've got in place right now, where any team with a good run of games, a good run of form, momentum, of fans, a little town backing them, can go on a run from being semi-professional, sneaking up to the Premier League. It's that beauty. It's the beauty of the football. It's a beautiful